And I'll start with the intro.
All right.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another TokuCHATsu. You're here tonight with me, ElChizzo Reviews, and
Kamen Rider W reviews and reviews.
Didn't you change your name to Proton?
That's gonna be for fan edits.
Oh, sounds good. Well, as always,
yeah, you're right. You're right. Proton is fan edits or is reviews. Yeah, never mind. I mixed it up. Kamen Rider W is gonna be for edits. Yeah, yep. I'm making two channels now. One for edits and one for reviews.
Yep. Also, there is going to be some shifting in TokuCHATsu. We'll announce it on Twitter and Facebook. We'll announce it on the dojo Twitter and Facebook later. I imagine Kenny will also be announcing the change. We'll decide on how the schedule is going to ultimately shift after the end of the stream. Tone pops in. Hello, Tone.
Hello, Tone.
You missed Tuesday Tech Talk. We were talking about you. Anyway, so tonight we're going to be, as usual, talking about Kamen Rider. To start with, why don't we go through a brief overview of the episode? Kenny, do you have a fresh enough memory of it to...
Yes, I do.
Alrighty, take it away.
All right, we start off with Emu, Snipe, Nico, Poppy, and Hiro's dad in shock and coping with the fact that one of their best comrades has betrayed them. And we have Dan Kotaro sitting in Poppy's place that he's taken over now as his room, plotting and making a new, or trying to reprogram Chronicle. It was Chronicle, right? He's reprogramming? I think it was. He was trying to reprogram.
So. Oh, Tone says all good things, I hope. Yes, they were all good things.
Yes.
As you're saying.
He was reprogramming it was a virus to infect Kronos, so that way it disables his time stop function. And then we cut to Hiro and what is Kronos' real name?
I can't remember. He's a Kuroto just like Dan.
Yes, he's a Kuroto.
Kuro as in black and To as in and.
Yeah, Kuroto. Black and? His name is Kuroto, and but he's making a device that is able to disable one of his key powers, which is freezing time. But the Bugsters
are doing the same thing, but their plotting is counteracting Dan's plotting.
Yes. The Bugsters, Pallid, right? That's how you pronounce his name?
Pallid, Parado, Parad. Yes. I honestly don't know.
Parad and Graphite have the same idea in mind, and I believe they steal Dan's coding to do this.
Yes, they do it to try to create Gendeus, the only creature that, in theory, should be able to defeat Kronos.
Yes. And while we're at it, we also see Kuroto. That comes in later. Sorry. What happens is Emu meets up with Hiro after they're signaled by a patient in trouble. And when after they get the patient in, Hiro attacks them. They fight a bit. He takes Kuria's belt that Emu was using because his belt was damaged. And after this, Hiro fesses out about how he's doing this for his loved one that he lost, and he blames himself for losing. And then after that whole meeting and fight, we see Kuroto as Kronos Kuroto and
we'll just refer to them by their rider names.
Yeah, Kronos. Kronos is telling Brave that if he continues to obey and do his part of the job for the company, then he will be rewarded in small bits of the resurrection of his loved one. That is like his paycheck. That's how Kronos is seeing it. It's his paycheck for working for the company. And Kronos is still convinced that bugsters are there for the enjoyment of the players to play it, who pay for the game to play it. And he's treating real life as a video game and profiting off of it highly.
Yes. Of course, many fights occur. We're not going to go too much into the cinematography because I believe that the episode should be watched to fully appreciate the directing that goes on there. However, we do see towards the end of the final fight of the episode when X8 is going up against Kronos that he is stopped by a new rider, or at least what appears to be a new rider at first. Kamen Rider Laser Turbo. Yes, the coroner has returned. Ironically, the coronary inspector is back from the dead.
Do you think Go Rider will be tied to this somehow?
I don't think so.
You think it's uncanon then?
I think it's uncanon. Just like most crossovers I consider to be uncanon in the Kamen Rider universe.
Okay.
Unless it's like directly within the season. And that does happen.
Now, Kronos' plan did spark an interesting real life thing that I would like to give you a question what if on. So if in real life someone actually did develop this game that is able to be played in real life and basically thrust like physical form of viruses of games to come out and fight, and we'll all have to buy these things in order to survive our daily lives, how would you react to this? And would you think this would be a good, beneficial thing in real life to do, or you think this would cause more chaos than?
It would definitely cause more chaos, and I'd say if I were to react to it, there'd be a trail of brown behind me as I hauled ass out into the woods.
Yeah, well, for me, it would be fun for a while, but it'd eventually get to the point where I would take drastic measures to plan the execution of this said person planning the whole evil plot to make real life a video game.
Yep. Also, there was a theory that I came across today that I would like to mention.
Yes, please.
Have you noticed that Dan Kuroto, Kamen Rider Gem, has been getting goofier and goofier the more he respawns?
Yes, I have noticed.
Do you think that perhaps respawning, every time he respawns, he loses just a little bit of the original him?
Yes, I think so. That actually, I never thought about this till now. Yes, I feel like he's losing more and more of himself. He's becoming he's becoming like a Lovelyco.
Lovelyca? Well, actually, what I think's happening is, have you ever noticed that all of the bugsters have very cartoonish personalities because they come from video games?
Yes.
The first time Gem respawned, he was still very much close to his original form, although you did see it was kind of glitching out.
Mm-hmm.
But every time he respawns, he's giving up a little bit of his own humanity to become more of a bugster.
Mm-hmm. Because, yeah, bugs have been very silly. I mean, like, we'll never have a bugster again like Bergmon. I hope we do. But it was like, Bergmon was a very silly, lovable bugster. Most bugsters are that way. It's just they're very salty. See what I did there?
Shoppai!
Puns. I hope other people not. If you guys anyone watching gets that, please comment below, and I'll shout you out on my channel. First person to get the reference.
Anywho, so I think that this is going to play an important role, and it's also going to really stress the need for Dan to keep using the dangerous zombie Gashat, because I feel like he's just going to blow through his respawns at some point, and at some point, like there's going to be a point where if he respawns again, there's going to be nothing of the original Dan there.
No.
We're going to be getting a totally new character.
Mm.
Also,
do you like the new Dan though?
A little bit of me chuckles at him, but I'm also kind of a little bit. It leaves me with pangs for the original dark villain. Actually,
once again, one of my favorite moments of Dan was.
Yes.
That his new. I love his new face that he does. It reminded me a lot of Shotaro from Double. You remember the amount of faces he had?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now I did notice a few things that they were more or less, it's like, hey, this stuff is still within this universe. Like the gaming console that Nico was playing.
Yes.
It's like they were cramming stuff into the episode to remind them that this is still taking place in the same universe as the original one. By the way, everyone, Poe says hi.
Hi, Poe.
Yeah, he just couldn't. He was being lonely. So yeah, I feel like they were trying to backpedal and saying, hey, it's like still the same story. We haven't forgotten anything, meaning they very clearly forgot some things.
Mm.
And what irks me is that Nico was playing a game on a GenCorp device. I mean, at this point, do you really think that's prudent?
Well, maybe she's using Kronos's designs against him. I don't know. She could be a double agent. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I am interested. Let's see what becomes of that. If you don't mind, I'd like to talk about Kamen Rider Laser Turbo's costume design for a minute.
Yes.
Okay, so for one, he no longer has handlebars on the side of his head, and I'm not sure how I feel about that because the shape of that helmet, because it's based off of his level 3 helmet design.
Mm-hmm.
The shape of that helmet was designed to accommodate handlebars, so that when your eyes followed the lines of movement, it went outward like this. Without those handlebars, it feels like it was cut short. It's very jarring to look at for me.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from that, I actually really like the armor design.
For me, his helmet looks shaped very much like a Force Awakens Stormtrooper helmet, more than anything. Which honestly, I would like to have the handlebars on the side, but just the new one, it looks more very like they just took a Stormtrooper helmet and painted over it and added layering to it. You know what I mean?
I can see that. Yeah. I
It's
hope
very
that.
smooth.
Yep. I hope that he can still use Giri Giri Chanbara, because honestly,
Man, which one was Giddy Giddy Chambara again? It's
the samurai one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Because they let him keep his sickles, but they didn't let the Gashikan Sparrow, but they didn't give him the. I've not seen him using Giri Giri Chanbara yet.
No. But we've only seen a tiny bit of him. Only like.
Sure, I'm going off of Terebi-kun scans.
Okay.
I am interested to see. It's like, considering that Kamen Rider Laser Turbo should only be level 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yet he kicked a level 99 out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested.
Do you think it's an OP thing?
I think they needed a way to bring him in, but they couldn't find a smooth way to transition, and they will be giving him the appropriate power-up later. Yes, my scruff is scruffier than it should be, but, it's like I haven't had time to comb it out. It's been a very long day.
So should we add this, while we're reviewing the season as a whole near the end of the year, should we add this to, like, maybe not some of its not best parts about the show and how it's been rushed, maybe? We can add that to the rushed list.
That's what I'm thinking. We'll add this as a con.
Yeah.
Yes, Poe. I considering that we're reaching like the big peak. I am noticing some similarities to the first half of the show, but it just seems like what they did was they created another Dan Kuroto essentially, and they put in, and with Dan getting goofier every time he responds, he's getting more like Poppy.
Yes, he is.
So it's like
he is. Honestly, has that been shipped yet? Poppy and Dan now? Is that a ship?
I don't think so. That's kind of a father-daughter thing going on.
Really?
Well, yeah, that's what Poppy said to him.
But it's also the reverse too, because his mother's memories are put into Poppy.
Yeah, it's a weird situation, and I don't think we should touch it.
No, we shouldn't. This is rated G. With possible, actually, that's PG-13. Let's not make it R.
Yep. So, I'm interested to see. It feels like they're layering the pattern on top of itself for emphasis, as kind of like a hard mode in a game. If you were to make that comparison, the Master Quest mode or the Expert mode after you beat the final boss.
I do have a question. Shall we? You think we're at the point where we could try to predict the ending of the series?
I would say we could make some very educated guesses.
You go first. I want to hear yours.
I think what's going to happen is, okay, firstly we're going to see VR version creation gamer from Kamen Rider XA True Ending show up. I think that's going to be a major part because he's gone from gamer to developer in my head there. We still haven't seen Muteki Gamer though. I think that's coming up very soon.
I think that it's going to be this epic climatic battle against Kronos, where Hero turns back to the good side. Hero, Laser, all Snipe, and the Bugsters will join, putting their differences aside to go all out against Kronos, and it'll be this epic climatic battle. I think, with
I
the possibility of Ichigo and Nigo returning.
Now, I agree with the climactic battle part. However, I've got a different theory for the rest of it.
Okay.
I believe that they are going to come up with a vaccine of some kind for the Bugster virus, and that's going to lead into a three-way war between Kronos, the Bugsters, and the Doctors. Now, obviously, Hero will be coming back. And I feel like his girlfriend will become a major character. She might even become. I think, considering that we already have Poppy as another female rider in the within the main season, I think it's entirely possible. Not only that, we have Nico on top of that, so that's two female riders within the main series. Whereas the last time they did that,
we can say Nico's an official rider now, right? Even though all she does is put a hat on.
Well, yes, she's customized it enough. I'm still waiting on that action figure, and I love that they gave you a way where you could pretend that you were becoming a Kamen Rider without having to own any of the drivers.
Oh, yes, because of that hat. Right?
I'm hoping they were... Yeah, well, I was going to say, just like, you, instead of buying the belt to go with all your Gashat collections, you could buy just the Kamen Rider Kronos Gashat.
Yes. And then get a hat.
That's what I love, too, is that some of the Gashats are henshin devices in and of themselves.
I might do that. That'd be a good cosplay, like just a gender-bent Nico.
Just go for a ride player. Stick your own hat. Like, stick your...
Make my own character.
Yeah.
Yes, and I just be like a backpack, and I can... They sell Gashats at the con I'm going to upcoming. So there's a vendor who sells... nothing but Toku that I'm going to be... which Gashat is it again?
Kamen Rider Chronicle.
Thank you. I'm gonna buy my Kamen Rider Chronicle Gashat. And are those the toys? Are they made to be on their own?
They function on their own, but they ultimately are designed to be stuck in the Buggle Driver's Vi for the Henshin into Kamen Rider Chronos.
Okay.
But you can use it either way, and obviously it's like Knockout Fighter Perfect Puzzle can be used as a Henshin device on its own as long as you've got the belt clip.
So you think that's the best, recommending wise, unless I get a candy toy, do you think getting Chronicle would be the best economically feasible choice to do?
Yeah, I like I said, I love that the Gashats, the gimmicks themselves, can behave as Henshin devices.
Okay.
But it makes you wonder, what is the qualification? What in these Gashats is allowing them to be used as standalone devices? Because if you look at, say, the Dr. Pac-Man movie, when they had the Proto-Gashats, they had to plug them into themselves in order to turn into Bugsters. So where is the line?
Yeah, where's the line? You're glitching up.
Oh, there you are.
Okay.
So I'm wondering where the line is drawn between a regular Gashat and a Henshin Gashat. Can any of the level 1 Gashats, level 1, 2 Gashats be used as a Henshin device on its own? If so, why are the drivers necessary? Or is it just the two, or is it just the Knockout Fighter Perfect Puzzle Gashat and then all the Chronicle Gashats?
Right. How many different Chronicle Gashets are there in terms of like different images on each one?
They all have the same image.
Okay, good. So if I get Nico's, it would just be a basic Chronicle Gashat.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of which Gashat I want to invest into, and I think since I don't have a driver yet, I think that my best option would be a Chronicle driver or Chronicle Gashat.
Yep. You can just do what Nico does. Hit it once, strike your pose, and then hit it again.
Yes. Do a review. Yay.
Hey, come to think of it, you could actually be Kamen Rider player double.
Rider player double, yes.
Well, they just call them ride players.
Yeah, over the summer, I'll take a moment to talk about that. I'm actually going to resurrect him. Over the summer, I plan to buy two-sided clothing, maybe like a Harley Quinn style look that's for male, and just use that as like a double thing, and then do like a red based on whatever I can find that's half side. Maybe do like a red and black or red and white, whatever I can find. Just get like a male Harley Quinn suit and use it for that.
Actually, I would say make your main channel Kamen Rider double again, and then make your whatever fan edit channel you have Proton, because Proton's like a bad guy, right?
Yeah.
And it's your fan edits that have more or less been getting you flagged, so it kind of makes sense.
So he's like a pirate.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
He's so quick. He jumps from one channel to the next.
That'll be a running joke. Thank you. He's the one infecting my channel right now.
Yep. Now that we've more or less covered our predictions and thoughts on Xaid for now, we'll get into like different toys and whatnot in the open discussion. Why don't we move on to the upcoming rider for the summer season? Oh no, wait! It starts in October, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I also afterwards wanted to talk about new releases and stuff like the Power Rangers DVD release and stuff like that after we talk about Build. Or do you want to talk about that?
Okay, well, we'll go with... Let's talk about Build first, then we'll talk about the DVD release.
Okay, well, new releases in general.
Yep. Okay, so for those of you who have not been following the news in the Tokusatsu, in the world of Tokusatsu, the wide world of Tokusatsu, recent scans of the famous television magazine Terebi-kun that covers superhero time have released the 80% blackout image of the upcoming Kamen Rider that will air after the final episode, 2 weeks after the final episode of X-Aid. This one will be known as Kamen Rider Build. And from the scans, we can infer a few things. I don't have pictures with me right now, so you'll have to look them up.
Mm-hmm.
We can infer that the gimmick is going to be something of a bottle. How that bottle is going to work, I'm not sure. But I do have something to say about that for a while. I do have something to say about that recently. No, follow me on this.
Kamen Rider G.
He was inspiration. I'll tell you later. Anyway, so bottles. On top of that, there have been some attempts by fans to try to draw what they imagine.
Oh yes, I've seen some.
Build is going to look like. Now, as far as bottles go, I actually had this idea in my head. It's like, you know those bottle openers that you screw onto like a wall and then you stick like a non-twist off cap under there and just pry it off?
Yes.
I had in my head the idea of a Kamen Rider that had something like that for a belt, except there was a hinge there and you just plug it in and fold it over. And I called him Kamen Rider Summer.
Ooh, Kamen Rider Summer. Why Summer, though?
Because when I think of bottle openers like that, I think of sitting outside on a hot day with a cold drink.
Okay. What's it? I'm also tweeting that we're on my channel or on my Twitter.
Okie doke.
Keep
now,
talking.
As far as Kamen Rider Build goes, we don't really have much in the way of material to speculate with. What we can infer from Telebi-kun is that Toei is being very secretive about this. We only just found out that they took out the patent on the name.
We'll probably get another yearly fake leak over the summer. You know, like how we supposedly get leaks, but they're really just Toei just saying it's leaked when it really isn't.
Yeah. The advertising campaigns.
They just fuzz up the image and put it online and say it's not official. We know it's official. Am I right?
Yeah, it's just a shell account.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, we're not going to point the conspiracy finger.
I just did.
Conspiracy!
Anyway.
But I would have... So, yeah. I am looking forward to Kamen Rider X-Aid True Ending, the movie that'll be coming out in the summer that follows the end of the main series.
Can you repeat that? Sorry, I was reading Tone's comment and seeing if she commented new. It's an old one.
Oh, I was just saying that I am looking forward to the summer movie for Kamen Rider X-Aid coming up.
Yes.
Have you seen the scans of the new form?
Hold on a second. Let's see. Kamen Rider X-Aid. Then let me go to news.
Just go to Creation Gamer.
Kamen Rider Masked Rider movie comes to PlayStation VR.
Yeah, they were going to broadcast it over PlayStation VR in Japan.
Look at those. Headset. Can I read this out loud real quick for everyone?
Just credit the author.
Okay. This is by Rebecca Hills Duty, and this is updated on June 6, 2017 on VR Focus. The current incarnation of popular Japanese TV tokusatsu series Masked Rider, Kamen Rider, will be getting a virtual reality spin-off for the PlayStation VR titled Kamen Rider X-Aid True Ending. Kamen Rider, often known as Masked Rider West, is a Japanese blah blah blah. We all know that. The current incarnation of Kamen Rider, titled X-Aid, features themes strongly inspired by video games, Evil Corporation. We know that part. The upcoming movie spin-off was filmed with a 360-degree camera and will receive a special release for users of the PlayStation VR. The movie is apparently planned to take place sometime after the events of the series, where Emu, the main hero of the series, enters a VR world to combat the computer virus that has spread to the human population. As part of the announcement, one of the cast, Hiroki Hujima, wore a Masked Rider XA themed PlayStation VR headset, which was suggested to be a new transformation item that will appear as part of the movie. It's not currently known if the movie will have a full theatrical release or if it will remain exclusive to the PlayStation VR. Most fans speculate that it will be released in theaters with a special VR version reserved for the PlayStation VR. Please tell me this isn't going to be blocked out of the US.
Because it's a Kamen Rider thing, you're going to have to create a Japanese PlayStation Network account.
Will it be free?
Well, you didn't have to pay anything for your current PlayStation Network account.
I don't have a PlayStation Network account.
Oh, PlayStation Network is free. PlayStation Plus is what you pay for.
Okay, so this will be like a free movie you watch on there if it's on network.
Well, you would still have to pay through your PlayStation Network account for the movie. Plus, you also have to have the VR headset.
Mm-hmm. I could import it, but does the Japan version accept American dollars, or do they accept only yen?
Oh yeah, they'll accept from an American account.
Oh, okay, cool. So they don't care that we they don't care that we're setting up a VPN in their country? Okay.
Wario used to do this. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I didn't know he did that. I haven't watched
when he taught us how to import.
Oh yeah. I'm still watching all his videos, so I'm all his like console stuff. I didn't know how to import from like digitally. I know how to like import shipping. Yeah, anyways, do you think when it releases on KissAsian, do you think they'll release a VR feature where like you could like have like Google Glass or something and move around?
I don't think it'll be a VR feature. What I think it's going to be is a lot like YouTube 360 degree, where you can click and drag.
That's what I mean. Yeah, where like it's just you tap the cardboard image and then you can like do this.
If you've got a phone, maybe.
No one uses the laptop to watch KissAsian. We all know that, right?
I use it.
You're in danger.
This laptop is gonna die anyway.
Because you know that you're much safer using KissAsian if you use mobile, right?
Yeah, I know.
Apple.
I really don't care about this laptop.
It must have several threats on it by now.
Yeah, when it dies in a smoking heap, I'll finally get around to setting up on a better computer.
Yeah, because the main issue with KissAsian is all those pop-ups that send you to other things and send you to a virus and all that.
Yeah, that's why I have ad block.
Okay, well, it still sends you to places, doesn't it?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I don't have ad block. Anyways, that's a website that is used. Again, we don't condone, but it's the only possible way you could even watch the series. So we kind of do condone it. Japan doesn't care.
They're not losing any money by us watching it. As a matter of fact, they're actually gaining money because the fans will want to buy the toys.
Yes. So, in a sense, they actually approved this because.
Now they're not approving or disapproving anything. I don't think they're fully aware of anything. I think they may be suspicious.
Do you think they would try to? That actually brings up another question of Toku. Well, how do you think it would affect the Toku community if they found out about what we're doing, how we're watching their shows?
They might get angry, but they couldn't stop it. I mean, it's their own fault for not making it available to us. I mean, did they really think that we weren't going to dig deeper after we noticed that Rita Repulsa's words don't match her lips?
Do you think do you think Saban would get pissed if they found out we were doing this?
I don't think Saban would get pissed because he tried to bring it over to the West. He really did.
I mean, like, just the fact that a lot of Ranger fans are kind of turning against the fandom now for the Sentai, for the simple fact that it's better written.
I think the adults are going to turn towards Sentai, but but Power Rangers was marketed to kids. It's always going to be marketed to kids,
Right,
and kids are always going to watch it.
Right. But like, how do you think Saban Brands as a whole would respond to that whole thing about people shifting to Sentai?
I think they would give Kamen Rider another shot, and I think Saban would try to go for the dark tones like he did before. Maybe maybe broadcast it on a later time slot towards the end of the week.
Like Nick at Night?
Not Nick at Night, but like Teen Nick or something. Something.
Honestly, I think Nickelodeon wouldn't approve Sentai being aired in its original format.
Well, not Sentai, but I think Saban would take another. I think Saban would take another crack at adapting Kamen Rider.
Okay.
Because the first attempt, Masked Rider, was a bomb. It's evil, and you should never watch it, ladies and gentlemen.
It's Teletubbies with Bugmen in it. That's what Masked Rider is. It's Teletubbies.
Now, Kamen Rider Dragon Knight was an adaptation of one of the seasons I didn't enjoy as much, but I found that the American adaptation was very much more to my tastes.
And guess what? Saban wasn't even involved with that.
Oh, really? Who did that?
That was 4Kids.
But I thought Saban was working with 4Kids for that.
Nope. That was an entirely different thing, because at the time, Saban was out doing their own thing. They were with Disney.
Oh, yeah. Well, then
Saban wasn't even focused on TV at the time because Disney owned everything Toku related that Saban had owned. And honestly, there's a whole theory that when Dragon Knight was running, Disney did everything in their power to make Kamen Rider Dragon Knight unknown, because that would have killed their business with Power Rangers, even though they were trying to end Power Rangers at the time anyways.
I could see that.
2009 was a bad year for TokuCHATsu. Terrible year.
I would like to see that crew get back together to try to adapt Kamen Rider again. I think it would sell very well.
Oh, there's a rumor that they're slowly working on it, and that Gaim is what they're eyeballing.
Ooh, an American adaptation of Gaim would be cool.
Honestly, if they made an adaptation of Gaim, I would want that on like Toonami or something. Just because, Gaim has that silly look, but it's very kill dirty-ish, you know what I mean? Where it's like, it
looks silly to start, but the more you watch it, the cooler it becomes.
And like how Kill la Kill, well, the same writers of Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill looks serious to start, but is really dirty and hilarious through plot. It's just, Gaim is just the reverse. It's silly in look and serious in plot.
I have to agree with that. I definitely would love to see Gaim adapted. I would love to be able to just go to like a friggin' toy store and just grab up a Musou Saber or a Daidaimaru.
Maybe in a year or so. Maybe in a few years. Because the last I heard about this was 2016 when they had discussing on it. But the article seemed a bit suspicious because it was posted on April 1st.
Yeah, that would be very suspicious of that. Don't trust anything until April 2nd.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed still, though.
We can hope. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about Kaiju, why don't we? I know you probably didn't have time to watch
Boy.
Gamera.
Boy. I could talk about that movie.
Alrighty.
With my King Kong figure right here. Kong Skull Island.
I have yet to see it. I'm waiting for it to come out on Amazon.
You want me to wait to talk about it then?
Have you seen King Kong versus Godzilla?
Yes, I own that on VHS.
Okay, let's talk about that then.
Okay. Where to start?
How about
I'll do a basic synopsis.
Very brief synopsis. Then I want to do a little bit of my commentary on just my thoughts.
Godzilla is frozen in an iceberg and unleashes. And in other news, in another part, an American group is looking for this, and Japanese company is looking for this fruit that's only found on Skull Island. They go there. They come across a giant ape named Kong, who the natives worship. They're looking for this fruit, and Godzilla gets involved when he's attacking Tokyo. Then
really, this is important. The fruit that they're looking for has sedative, narcotic, sedative, narcotic properties, but according to projections, it wasn't addictive. I don't know how anything like. Anyway, the natives were using this fruit to keep Kong asleep.
Mm-hmm. And this fruit was what they used, and then they lured Kong to the boat and used this to sedate him. Then they took him to Tokyo to get rid of their Godzilla problem, pretty much. And yeah, Godzilla and Kong, it can absorb electricity, while as Godzilla is harmed by electricity, and they have this big fight. And he shoves a tree up his throat in one part of the movie, which is probably my favorite all-time favorite part of the movie, is when he shoves that tree up his throat.
Eat your broccoli.
Yes, that is a meme. And then they fight, and Godzilla falls off an edge of a cliff into the ocean. And King Kong does a mighty thing, and then walks back into the ocean, back to Skull Island.
That's more or less the gist of it. Mm-hmm. Now, I would just like to say, this, for Godzilla, this is okay, because Godzilla's lore gets changed every other movie.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a very interesting thing to do with the name King Kong, because in the original black and white movie, they never said anything about him being powered by electricity. I don't know where that came from. I think that was Japan just being Japan.
Yeah.
And they needed to have him powered by something so that they could say, oh, he's on equal footing with Godzilla, the nuclear monster.
Yes, it's a very corny movie that you don't need to use your mind for, but we love it nonetheless.
I have it on frickin' DVD. I love that movie.
I have it on VHS, bitch.
My
VHS.
My VCR's broken.
Mine still works.
Yeah, I need to change the belt in mine or clean the head. I'm not sure.
Okay. I also let's see. Toku stuff. Oh yeah, I also have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie on VHS and DVD.
You wanted to talk about the new release of the DVDs.
Yes. Oh yeah, new Toku releases. We're gonna start with the big one on June. Let me get my phone back and over here somewhere so I can look up that date. On June, I want to say 26th. On DVD will be the Power Rangers Special Edition, the Blu-ray box set. Let's see, Power Rangers DVD release.
I apologize in advance for all the cats that may be showing up. This is Raphael.
Okay. So Power Rangers DVD and Blu-ray release date is set for June 27, 2017, and they're available on digital HD from Amazon Video and iTunes on June 13th. It'll be on digital DVD this coming week. Yeah, this coming week, and it'll be on DVD officially on June 27th. Other releases in terms of Toku-related stuff. Let's see, I'm gonna look at when Kong comes out. Because Kong still counts as a Toku, right?
Yeah, it's a kaiju.
Okay, good.
And think about how it got started. It was all practical effects.
July 18th is when it releases on DVD.
I may have to get the DVD.
Any new toys?
new toys. Actually, I wanted to announce this on my Twitter before I said it here, but you see, while I was setting up a giant stack of manga that I got, just as a giveaway, the manga fell over and knocked my Fall of Cybertron Grimlock off the shelf, which snapped his sword. And I thought, okay, maybe it's time to get like a third-party upgrade kit. And then I thought about it and was like, wait, Iron Factory did something like this, the Cretaceous Advancement Kit, which creates something which fixes the one major issue I have with the toy. The giant gaping hole in his back.
Okay. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Transformers new releases this month is the Transformers Last Night toy line has just came out. I've taken a look at it while I was at Target a little bit ago, and they're actually pretty well made. Much better than they're going back to like the 2007 style toy line, whereas remember last year it was really. Like in 2014 when they did it, was really crappy.
A lot of just car panels draped over skeletons, yeah.
Yeah. They went back to like the good times where they actually did it like from 2007 to 2000 when did to 2011, remember? When they actually had like full functions and all that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too impressed with some of them, like the Mecha Live gimmick was very lackluster to me.
Yeah. So the thing is, they're going back to the good quality toys in terms of functionality.
I just wish they looked nicer, despite because now this is just me being a toy nerd and hating everything Michael Bay does, but I do appreciate that there are some actually good molds that are used for the movie line for characters that don't appear in the series. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Has Blur got one yet? Blur got a mold?
I don't know, actually. I know Drift got one, and I don't like it.
My favorite's Blur. I like Blur. Blur was always my favorite Transformer toy from Armada.
Oh, why don't you get the Titans Return Blur?
Blur. Titans I'm looking it up right now. Ooh.
Yep. If you don't know, the Titan Master gimmick, his head comes off and transforms into a tinier robot.
It's Cybertronian Blur also.
Uh-huh.
Which version? G1?
I believe, yes, he's based off of G1, but he's got modern engineering.
Mm-hmm. Have they re-released Armada Blur yet?
I don't know. You'd have to check Generations. Anyway, so we're talking about. Oh, since we're leading into open discussion now, talking about Transformers. Mm-hmm. I want to get the Iron Factory Cretaceous Advancement Kit. I want to get another Grimlock toy. I'm not sure who. I know it's not going to be the Age of Extinction Grimlock.
No. It looks like the Tyrannosaurus Zord.
Yeah. I may get the Pretenders Grimlock. I know people don't like the Pretenders, but I think it's a cool gimmick. And then I want to work on finishing up my Combiner Wars Menosaur.
Now a question I just had. What is your thoughts on the 2017 Zords? In fact,
I dislike the visual. I dislike the visual aesthetic. I think they're overly complicated.
What about the just looks of them? Is that what you mean by visual aesthetic? The looks of them, or like
the looks. I dislike the looks. I don't like the look of the Megazord. Ironically, you see, Michael Bay went with the whole thing where he made all of his Transformers look too fat. I think this one went too far in the other direction.
Thin.
A little too thin, yeah.
Yeah, but they did. I liked how. Did you see the movie yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, they did pretty much do an FU to Michael Bay though. They stomped the Red T-Rex Zord stomps a yellow Camaro with black racing stripes. and he shouts, "Sorry, Bumblebee." He pretty much because Jason grabs onto a yellow Camaro with racing stripes with the T-Rex foot and kicks it off into a group of putties and shouts, "Sorry, Bumblebee." Is that a great nod or what?
I think that's hilarious. Tone says what? Tone says quickly scrolls through the last stream, unable to understand what's going on. Tone then responds with, "What do you mean Tone is officially a dojo master? WTF, Jazz, when were you going to tell me I had to speed watch a stream?" Yeah, sorry, Tone. It was meant to be a surprise.
Oh, Tone's joining us?
She's going to be writing our comic.
Ooh, great.
And JT is going to be drawing it, I think.
Okay.
And it's not so much a superhero, it's more like Trigun or Desert Punk.
Okay. Hey, can you keep them entertained with Q&A while I take care of something real quick? I'm just going to get my laundry and bring it in here and fold while I'm talking to you guys.
Gotcha. Now, since I'm sitting here and it's just me, let's talk Transformers. I'm just kidding. Yes, Tony is a dojo master now.
We're happy to hear and fold since it's done.
And for now, that just means that she's on the crew, and she's she's providing us with a huge help of writing our comic. I think the writers of comics are often, especially by first-time comic readers, because I have so much time and this scruffy incubus tricked me into it. Don't use that phrasing with me. I did not trick you. I persuaded you.
Who did you trick or persuade?
Tone's accusing me of tricking her into writing our comic for us. I simply made the offer, knowing that she enjoys writing.
Yeah.
And we did the whole stream, we did the whole Sunday night stream planning out a comic.
All right. So then, how do I get involved with it? Or is she gonna be? I'll work with whatever is given to me.
Well, I think this is mostly going to be a Tone and JT project.
Okay.
She's going to write it, and then JT, having actual comic book software on his computer, is going to draw it up.
Okay.
And what that means as far as writing it is, it's not like it's a lot like when you RP, I guess, in like chats, except that you take little chunks and you describe certain panels that you want certain details in.
Okay, that makes sense.
So there's a little bit of directing going into it.
Yeah. If only I had a cardboard cutout of myself to put here while I'm talking, while I'm folding.
Kamen Rider, use decoy.
Yes, my decoy. Here I am. Get a pillow up. Here's mini me. Mini me will be talking for me. Proceed.
So yeah, JT was wicked excited to hear that Tone would be writing the comic.
I'd be.
Yep.
How good is JT's writing or drawing skills?
I've seen some pretty good stuff out of him.
All right.
Weekend dojo, training weekend warriors, go son, and you will be victorious.
So do we have Q&A yet, or people on, or is it just Tone tonight?
I think it's just Tone tonight. So that's on. We love having Tone on.
Yeah.
It's just like last time, didn't we get like 5 or 6 viewers?
How do you know Tone? How did you guys meet?
Literally, just on Amino, we happen to be part of the Anime Amino Rider Society, which gets a bit of a bad rep. And
I just get a bad rep.
just people disagree with the rules, which essentially say no cussing.
Oh, that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, Tone says Mini Kenny is a lot cuter. Can we keep him?
Wow, I never heard that said about a Megaforce Ranger before.
Yeah,
Yes,
Megaforce wasn't the best season, was it?
Megaforce is guilty pleasure for me. I know it's bad, but I love it regardless. You know what I mean?
Everyone has those.
Oh, what if I said that about Super Megaforce?
Yeah. Like, my number one guilty pleasure movie is Scooby-Doo, the live-action movie.
Mine's Attack on Titan. Actually, no, I probably love that movie, so not that. Mine would have to be... Yeah, I actually agree with you on that. It's Scooby-Doo and Power Rangers movie. Tona, Power Rangers fan or Toku fan? Hey, Chaz.
Yep.
Is Tone a Toku?
She's not really as into it as you and I are. I think she
Okay,
watches just because we're on.
Okay, so she watches. Is she watching X-Aid?
She watched an episode with me once.
What'd she think of it?
She had no clue what was going on.
Oh, you should have started from the beginning. Show her Gaim. If she's a fan of Kill la Kill, show her Gaim.
I might.
Tone, if you're on, and if you like Kill la Kill, you'll enjoy Kamen Rider Gaim. It's the same writers. Same anime writers. Is she on?
Oh. Yeah, she says, I watched an episode and was like, what the fuck?
With Kill la Kill?
With X-Aid.
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah, I had her start in the middle because I was doing research.
You can. That is where you went wrong. That is where you went wrong. You can never watch a Toku season from the middle of it, or you'll automatically assume it's like WTF.
Yeah, the reason we were watching that particular episode is it also happened to be the night I was taking notes for TokuCHATsu.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what'd she say?
That's just what she said.
Okay.
She might be writing something. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, I'll give you a sneak peek of what I'm reviewing soon.
Oh, that'd be exciting. Let's have a look at that.
All right, I got these new shoes from Walmart. Batman and Superman. Hold on a second. Get some more stuff.
We salute you for braving the wall Martian armies.
I salute you back. All right, let me get my other things. Pulling out. Oh yeah, I will also be reviewing the DVD or the Blu-ray DVD of Spider-Man 2.1 because I just watched it today. You know that movie, the director's cut.
Oh yeah.
I will also once I finish watching these, I'll be reviewing Ringers, Lord of the Fans, which is a documentary about the fans of Lord of the Rings, and Stan Lee's Mutants, Monsters, and Marvels. Once I finish watching this.
Rock on.
All right. And of course I have a list of Toku stuff I haven't reviewed yet over here. Masked Rider the First, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 1, Season 2, the movie, I've already reviewed Lost Galaxy. I need to go back, and I'm just gonna go back and review all the stuff I reviewed already, since I'm getting better at it now. So, how about you, ElChizzo? What are you doing?
Well, like I said, I am editing 2 different videos at the same time now. I'm not going to have as much time to work on them now, though, because I have a lot of adult stuff to do starting tomorrow. It might be 7 days a week of work if I get out of one adulting thing, or it might just be ages and ages of like boredom of me sitting in a room if I have to do another.
Okay.
But while I will try to find time to edit those, and like I said, I want to get the toys I mentioned. I have a list of things I want to review.
Okay.
I once made the joke that Tone should just send me a bunch of Canadian candy to unbox.
Has she sent you stuff yet?
Nah. Nah, it's like, I'm not going to make her send me shit. Are you kidding me? So shipping internationally is expensive.
Oh, I have an idea for a chat we could do at some point. Maybe we can use Rabbit to do this beforehand. We'll write notes. Review Apollo Z Hack. This old channel or old stuff. We can review the Reviewerverse.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
You
and
see,
Tone says, "Oh, it's coming, bish. Oh dear. I am gonna have cavities upon cavities."
yeah, we should review the reverse. That's a paradox in itself, isn't it?
Actually, it's been done.
It's been done.
Yeah, all kinds of movie reviewers. Nostalgia Critic did it.
Of all people.
Yep. I love the by the way, I love the hamburger Hawaiian shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Did you use your Juju Burger Gashat?
I'll make one.
I wish that Gashat didn't have to go. I know it was only to promote the Burger King Gamba Rising card, but come on.
Oh, they actually sold they actually gave Gashats at Burger King?
No, not Gashats.
The card.
Yeah, the Gamba Rising card.
Okay. One second, let me get my gloves in here. Oh yeah, look. Look. Chaz.
Oh, I dig it.
I'm just gonna use my. I still have my goggles for Proton, but other than that, it's a Zoom cosplay mainly. I think I showed you this. You saw it already, didn't you?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. All right. My Zoom helmet up here. Shall we end now and then discuss plans for future shows?
Well, I think before we do that, why don't we just mention real quick just everything that the dojo's got going on. One, just a few ideas that we had last night. JT wants to try at some point to do a Dungeons and Dragons campaign on Friday nights.
I dig it. I dig it.
And depending, it's pretty easy, more or less. You just follow the DM's instructions after you build your character.
I assume you're the dungeon master?
Oh, no. JT is a DM. I do not have the skill to do that.
Okay, that's fine.
And depending on how this show gets shifted around, the empty slots left over will be reserved for future members of the dojo who want to create videos on the dojo. Videos or streams.
Okay.
And we want to kind of create a schedule that goes from Wednesday to Sunday to kind of make it feel like the weekend started early.
Mm-hmm. Wednesday to Sunday. Okay, that's good. We could call it the Weekend Dojo starting on Wednesdays because we like to start the weekend early. Yeah, that reminds. Or does that sound too much the nostalgia critic? Like we review it so you don't have to. We're the Weekend Dojo. We start on Wednesdays because we like to start early. Could that be our slogan?
Hold on. Because we're the dojo, we're training weekend warriors. Dojo, go slow, and you will be victorious. Just know there's something here for you if you've got nothing else to do. Come on back to the dojo, to the dojo, to the dojo, yeah, to the dojo.
Ooh, can you maybe what we could do is do like I'm actually pretty good at singing in a country voice, like kind of like what you did there, except mine goes more country-ish based. If you can record yourself singing that, or send me an audio recording of the thing and typed out lyrics, I can do a theme song and then like have both of our voices overlapping over it, or you can overlap over my voice. What do you want to do? Since you just got lyrics just now.
Actually, I've written the whole song out and organized it. I'm still tweaking it here and there, but I just showed you the chord progression earlier.
Yes. Sing it.
And well, I can't sing and play at the same time, but
Okay.
what I can do is this. It's like, let's see if I can, because we're the dojo, we're training week, because we're the dojo, training week. What the hell was that? Training weekend warriors dojo. Go slow. Oh, sorry. Go slow, and you will be victorious.
Nice.
Just know there is something here for you. No, that ain't it.
Yeah.
If you've got nothing
I'm gonna take
else
a long break from. I'm gonna take a break from edits and start on reviews because I literally have run out of ideas of edits right now. Me reusing the Dunkirk trailer audio for a few different things is proof of that. Though it did fit with Godzilla.
Yeah, it did.
I'm trying to do it with Kamen Rider Chronicle, like or with Chronos. Get it with like the time tick as things are going on.
Yeah, I suppose. Actually, it would be like a lot like one of the incarnations of Zoom, who didn't actually have access to the Speed Force, but just slowed down time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, with my character?
Well, you can be any kind of speedster you want. I was just saying, it's like, if you're going for Chronos, that's like, and you're stopping time, then yeah, that would work.
No, I was working on a fan trailer. I was going to use the trailer audio from Dunkirk with the ticking for Kamen Rider Chronos trailer because of the time tick.
Yeah, I get it. I like that.
And I'll make my own logo or like titles. It's like I need to find out who the director of X8 is so I can do it proper, the credits properly. From director. Fact. Okay, are we live still?
We are live still. I think now's a good time to say goodbye. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are watching this after the stream ends, thank you so much for sitting around for an hour and a half, just listening to two nerds talk about TokuCHATsu. Remember that you can find me on ElChizzo Reviews on YouTube, and you can find Kenny here on what is going to be the final name of your review channel.
My review channel is
now it's not my place to say, but I would suggest making Kamen Rider the review channel.
What do you like better, Kamen Rider or Kamen Red?
I like Rider, or you could do Kamen Ride Player.
Red Player? What?
Ride Player.
Ride Player.
Like from X8 when you have the Chronos Gashat.
Okay, yes. Kamen Ride Player. That'll be the final thing. I'll tell. Hey, by the way, is Kanye Mueller joining us at all?
I've not heard anything from him. It seems like you're in better contact with him. Do you think you could probably hit him up?
Yeah. Do you want me to give him your email also?
Don't give him my email. We'll talk about that after the stream.
Okay.
So yeah, remember guys, to check us out on ElChizzo Reviews, and I guess you're gonna be Kamen Rider player soon, but for now he's Proton reviews and fan edits. Remember, you can also go back to the Dojo channel page to check out the featured channels list, where you'll find JT Game TV as well. And check us out on Facebook and Twitter. And please leave us suggestions for, remember to leave us suggestions for Sunday night streams. It really helps us out if you can give us some ideas. We do have some plans in case you don't, but it would give us a big help. Thanks once again so much for watching, and we will see you next week. Later, Bugheads.
And stay more phenomenal, everybody.